Well, it's great to come back together. What an incredible sequence of events that have played out over the course of the last few months. We are thrilled at how much you've been able to discover, and also anxious to hear not only where we go from here, but what we can make of all of this.
So we very much approached the mission this year as a chance for us to dig deep into what we already knew and expand the investigation to find more places, more commonalities, more differences, more measurable evidence. This has absolutely been a roller coaster for us. I mean, we've seen things that we hoped to see, and we saw things that we never thought we'd see, and the results have just been spectacular.
And frankly, some of it chilling.
Yeah. Well, there really isn't another frontier science effort like this on the planet. And for us to be deploying not only the resources, but your expertise, coupled with the subject matter experts that have been involved with us here at Skinwalker Ranch, this has really taken it to another level.
We brought back a lot of evidence this year, but one area that just had significantly more evidence this year than last year was specific to UAPs. When it comes to just counting, I mean, just the sheer volume, you can't ignore the amount of UAPs we saw this year. So I want to share some of those highlights with you.
One of the most compelling UAPs that Andy and Paul saw this season was at Rock Art Ranch during a Navajo drum ceremony. And it was unlike any UAP they'd ever captured before.
I don't know what that is.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa.
Did you see that?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it just changed direction right there.
That turn at that velocity is just unimaginable.
It's more than a 90-degree turn. That's truly strange.
I don't know what that thing is.
And when Andy and Paul showed the footage to Travis and Erik, they were equally astonished.
What?
What is that? Where does it end up? Where does that thing go to?
It disappears in the center of the screen.
What in That's my favorite Travis reaction so far.
The team continued to seemingly trigger multiple UAPs throughout the course of their investigation at Rock Art Ranch.
I heard voices down from the canyon over here, down further.
I could sense that there's something here.
That's really wild. Okay, so first of all, that was interesting.
Oh, look at
Does it
that.
slow down and speed up? That's weird.
I mean, Paul, that's a UAP. That's absolutely unidentified.
Yeah.
Another one? Oh, look at that. Changing direction.
Did that
again.
change direction
Oh, yeah.
on us? Wow.
Completely different direction than previously.
In my ceremony, that's what I requested. Was like, show yourself. Goes back to what I just said, you know, sometimes we manifest things, and then if you're looking for evidence, Andy, I present it to you, sir.
But Rock Art Ranch was just a small sample of all the UAP activity they encountered this season.
Oh, look at that. Did you see that jump? In less than 1/7 of a second, it covers this much airspace.
That is impossible acceleration.
That is impossible instantaneous acceleration. What was that? Oh, UFO dap.
Whoa.
Just found something. Our FLIR footage is loaded up to this computer. Let's take a look. Look at that.
What is that?
Oh, here's something right here.
See it?
You're right, you're right. We've got it recorded again.
Yeah.
Let me take it slide by slide, frame by frame.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Oh, whoop, got another object. Darted straight across from right to left.
Let's take a look at that footage.
Here's...
Look right here.
Oh,
There's
whoa,
another
whoa,
one.
what?
There's a second one. Yeah, there you go.
We were so
these
busy
two.
with that, I didn't even see that one.
The team didn't just observe UAPs in the sky this season. In Anza Borrego, they witnessed a mysterious orb hovering close to the ground at what was once a NASA UFO monitoring site.
What is that light? Let me get it on psionic. If it's headlights or otherwise, it's in the middle of an open desert. There's nothing out there for it to be driving on. Huh. And there's no heat source coming from it either.
Doesn't seem like it's moving. Strange.
And during their investigation in the Florida Everglades with experiencer Chris Bledsoe, who believes he has a personal connection with UAP phenomena, the team documented the most orbs Chris has ever seen in one night.
There's 3, 4 orbs right here
Yep, I
flashing
see
in the trees.
at least 3
5.
distinct sources of light.
There's another one. There's one. Oh wow, they're everywhere. There's at least 6 or 8 orbs in the woods right there.
Just a dance of lights in the trees right there.
It is a light show going on right now. I mean, red and white and bluish colored orbs.
Unbelievable.
Later, once the investigation added in Chris Bledsoe's daughter, Emily,
One headed north.
ex-cinematographer Steve Priola was able to capture a possible UAP with his unique filming method.
So this is the time lapse from that evening, and there are a couple moments that I really want to pick out. Notice this craft right here.
Whoa!
What was that?
Exactly.
What was that?
What was that?
Yeah, see it doing a wag?
That was awesome.
And when the Skinwalker team reviewed additional footage from the investigation with the Bledsoes, they found the most definitive evidence of the season.
We didn't have our biggest breakthrough until after we had left for the night and started reviewing some of our footage.
Whoa.
Look at the way this one moves through space and seems to touch down
Well,
in
it's
a
reflecting
way
off the ground.
far in the distance,
Yeah.
right? But nobody's walking back out there.
And you guys didn't see this, right?
Nope.
You have this event caught on camera coupled with the other unidentified aerial phenomena. I think the correlations, the people, the participants involved, the remote setting where you really don't have light pollution, I think congratulations, gentlemen. I think we have a bona fide unidentified aerial phenomena event.
You know, if nothing else, we've demonstrated through our experiments, through our investigations at all these different sites, that this phenomenon is widespread, it's extremely diverse, and maybe only getting more so.
You're not regurgitating someone else's found footage.
Right. Yeah.
Evidence that we're being monitored by craft of unknown origin is really stunning. This is footage caught real time. That's a key differentiator with this entire Beyond Skinwalker Ranch investigation versus anything else. You don't see other efforts that are actively and dynamically documenting this. That's different than anything else that has come before, especially when it comes to frontier science.
The thing about the UAPs is you seeing more of them, or are you just getting better at finding them? We don't know the answer to this, right?
Right.
Is there an uptick in UFOs, UAPs, or whatever? So now maybe they've always been there. We just didn't realize
They
were
certainly
there.
have. If we never get an answer about the nature of UAPs, UFOs, I'll still be gratified to know that what we've done is elevated the discourse and that we have individually and collectively refined our engagement with the unknown. That's why I'm here.
Amen.